What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. I am the Hobbyist, and today I'm going to be doing an update over the Tamiya Mud Blaster, the vintage 1987 Tamiya monster truck. A little bit's been done to it, and I wanted to show you guys as well as get your guys' input on something I'd like to do for it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So if you're a longtime viewer of this channel, then you know exactly what this truck is. It is a 1987 Tamiya Mud Blaster monster truck. It is a two-wheel drive monster truck, and I've had this for a very long time, but I don't really do a whole lot with it because it's kind of vintage. But recently decided to do a little bit of refreshing. The wheels were very broken, so I decided to get some new wheels, and then I ended up painting them silver and then matched the roll bar and front bumper piece to that. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that looks better than the old gold? I'll leave that up to you guys in the comments. As well as doing that, I also upgraded the servo saver because the stock Tamiya servo saver was just ridiculously weak. So I put in a Traxxas servo saver. I don't know if you guys can really see that in there, but there's a big white Traxxas servo saver in there now, which has helped steering quite a bit. In other news, I have also added an axial 27-turn motor. Now you might be thinking, axial motor for a faster vehicle, that's kind of an odd choice. Well, it wasn't actually my first choice. The original plan was to put this motor in. This is an Apex RC 13-turn rebuildable performance brushed motor. The problem that I ran into is that the ESC that is in the Mud Blaster right now, which is a vintage Futaba racing ESC, it cannot handle that Apex motor, and as a result it was building up a great deal of heat. It was very fast, but you could only run it for about 2 minutes before it would overheat. As a result of that, we had to put a different motor in. Now I am thinking about possibly putting a Hobbywing 1060 ESC in there. That should be able to take the power that Apex motor is capable of producing. Now, you might be wondering what batteries I'm running. Well, I've set the Mud Blaster up to run on 7-cell nickel metal hydride batteries. These are the Traxxas stick packs. I've had these ever since we got the Mud Blaster. So I've had them for a very long time, and I wanted to put them to good use because everything else I have runs on LiPo. The radio I use is a vintage Traxxas 27 megahertz radio. This came out of my T-Max when I first got it, so it's the 3-channel one. I thought it was just kind of nice to have a vintage radio with a vintage truck. I think that was kind of a nice addition. So overall, that's what's been done with the Mud Blaster. I'd really like to get your guys' opinion on whether or not we should put a Hobbywing 1080 in, or 1060 in, and then try to put the Apex motor back in. I think that would be pretty nice, and yeah, I think it could give it quite a bit of performance, even though this is a vintage truck. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment in the section below for what videos you'd like to see next. I know that the last few videos, they've been really short and all focused on two-wheel drive monster trucks, and I announced that at the beginning of this whole thing through a YouTube short and explained why I'm doing that. But don't worry, the 4x4s are still around. I will still be doing videos with them. The weather is starting to improve, so you'll see more crawling and bashing as well, so stay tuned for that, but there will be a little bit more monster truck action coming your way. But that's all for today, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.